Hi, welcome to February. February's newsletter. I'm so happy that you're here. We are off to a cold start. So I think the world is cold. I feel like I'm going to say that. So I had the opportunity in January with the network that I'm attached to, BRICS. We had our first annual summit down in Cancun, and it was cold. I actually had to buy a sweatshirt. And then it was super hot. And then we had a windstorm by the time we left. And it was just I think we hit every felt like every weather scenario that was possible in Cancun, which I'm not going to complain because it wasn't minus 40, but it was just different, right? And so that is the theme I'm going to say for 2025. We seem to be in a bit of a different year, and we're starting out with a little bit of rockiness in terms of the world in general, but also, in our politics and such, which I generally don't get into, but you kind of can't help but think about it, of all the things that you're seeing in the media and what this potentially means for us. What I will say is, so far, what we are seeing in terms of interest rates is they're holding steady. We've seen a little bit of decrease in our fixed rates, nothing crazy yet. Word on the street is we might see some lower rates coming, whether it be fixed, which is attached to the bond market, or with our variable rate mortgage, which is attached to the Bank of Canada. So some economists have predicted that we're going to see larger discounts by the end of this year. So if you're in a variable rate product, that could be good news for yourself. If you're up for renewal this year, fabulous news for you as well. And we've got but you know what, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And I always say this is when we need money, we need money. When we're looking to move house, we're looking to move house. We don't base it all on where the interest rates are. We base it on our life, right? Like what's happening in our day-to-day life. Is the house still serving us? Is the area still serving us? Am I relocating for work? Am I relocating for cost? Am I moving out of province? And we've had so many different conversations. So as much as there's all this craziness going on, whatever is the right time for you is the right time, right? So if you want to have a conversation with me about that, please book a time in my calendar. You know where to find me, and I'd love to chat with you about what is appropriate for you and what is the right time for you. And even if it's not today, at least you know. And I'm all about knowing, right? Let's put a plan in place and see what that looks like for you. In regards to the promotion that we now have in terms of our referrals, like Win Your Mortgage Payment, we're doing fantastic. And I have to thank all of you who has referred your friends and families and colleagues to me. I've had a great amount of conversations in January with some new people and some fabulous people of like-minded like yourself. And I appreciate you sending them my way. For the month of January, we had Alina, who was the winner of the Win Your Mortgage Payment, which is up to $2,500. So hopefully, if you've been sending referrals, you've been receiving an email with a confirmation of the ballot into next month's draw, which is up to $2,500 on your mortgage payment. You're not limited on the amount of ballots and entries that you can put into the contest. So yeah, keep them coming. And I truly, truly thank you for participating and introducing me to your people. They're fabulous. And I'm going to backtrack. I should have talked about this last month, and I did forget. But I'm going to remind myself and remind you is that in October we had our VIP question, and it was what if there was any books, podcast, or any courses that helped you grow, and if so, what were they? And the amount of responses that I received was fantastic. I've got this awesome list compiled of different books that people recommend, different courses, different apps, and different podcasts that they've listened to help them grow and evolve. And I'd love to share that with you. So if you would like access to that list, just send me an email back and just saying list, and I will forward that to you. And then you can bank your resources and start your year off, right? And learning something new. Maybe it's something you hadn't even thought about and it just now crossed your path or it sparked your interest, and we are here for that. So the month of February, we start gearing up now for the spring market, which sounds crazy because that's what we do. We're always forward thinking. And if you are in a position that you're looking for some change, whether it be house, whether it's finance restructure, if you want to have a conversation about budgeting, anything along those lines, reach out, get in touch, and I will be more than happy to help and connect with you. Thank you again for being here, and I look forward to talking to you soon.